Hi, I'm Dan Whittaker. I'm here today to talk to you about the key to consistency within your downswing when you are allowing your body rotation to square the club face as opposed to manipulating it with your hands. Okay, what can happen when you are using your hands too much? What are the effects of that? And then why the benefits of using your body to square the golf club using physics and your pivot to control that action. Now, one of the problems is when you get a little bit flippy with your hands at the bottom, you can tend to change the orientation of the club face quite a lot. This can lead to classic two-way miss. Now, the classic two-way miss is not necessarily just down to the fact that you are that you're coming too far from the inside or too far from the outside. What it's down to is the fact that the club face is changing at the bottom of the circle or the bottom of the arc. Now, one of the reasons for this is that when the body motion stops, the right shoulder stalls and the right hand starts to hit. Now, depending on when and where that right arm has to extend to hit because the right shoulder has stayed too high, could mean that the club face is closed here, meaning the ball will start to the left, and then as it starts to the left, depending if you come from the inside or the outside, the ball can curve further offline, or you can come exactly the same. Let's say you're coming a degree or two from the inside, and this time you leave that club face a little bit open as you're trying to reach for the golf ball here, and you have that high push. Now, both of these things are just due to the timing of the fact that the body has stopped due to, at some point in motion, the arms being out of position, or that you've been taught to use your hands and your arms to square the club at the bottom. So both of those things are only going to lead to inconsistencies within your golf game. Now, Ernie Els has been a person who has always used his hands a lot. He obviously uses his hands a lot in the short game and the long game. Now, I can remember a few years ago, him coming with a lead down the last of Dubai Desert Classic and him hitting a push 7-iron into the water and the a playoff with Tiger Woods. First playoff hole, he stalls, hangs back, club turns over because he's having to extend more for the ball with that right hand. The ball's then further forward relative to his body position because he's hung back, which then means that the club face will be closing because the optimum position at the bottom of the arc would be square here, but then obviously as his body's gone back, the club is then starting to close more, so it would be closing this way. This then led the ball to start left, quickly dive over into a snap hook, and end up losing the playoff. Now, I believe that his silky smooth rhythm allows him to mask this, but at times this is a bit of a problem for him. You see the video of him right here, you can just see how much those hands are working at the bottom of the swing. Now, the way that those hands are working there just requires quite a large element of timing. It's more like an older school style of approach, but I believe that it's very, very difficult to repeat this on a consistent nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a ball here, okay, and we'll have a look at what the TrackMan numbers say as I'm going to deliberately stall my body and flip a little bit with those hands at the bottom of the swing. So we'll just have a go right here. So deliberately stalled there, use those hands a lot. So I've had a pretty neutral path right there at 0.2 on the screen. So it's very, very, very neutral in terms of the numbers. But yeah, the club is 5 degrees closed because I stalled out a little bit, had to extend them with my right hand, and that's meant that the shot is now 64 feet left of target. It's a long way offline. The numbers on the TrackMan here for you to see. And so you can see there, those numbers, it's kind of gone quite a long way offline that, and it's not something that's going to be repeatable. So now what we're going to do is we're going to now look at how the body and the club react together. Okay, so we're going to see if we can get the arms, the body and the club moving back and through together properly and see how much more consistent this is. The reason for it being more consistent is that if I'm delivering the club with my pivot motion and I've provided my arms are in sync with me, I'll be able to let this club face react to my body motion. The club will be able to just simply work around with me, and I'll be able to square this much more reliably, because the natural forces of physics and the body working in harmony with one another will allow me to square that golf club a lot more reliably. Therefore, hit consistent shot shapes. So I'm just going to hit one here, and we'll just see what these numbers are like, and without having to have the stalling motion within my body. I'm just going to set up now. So we can see here on the TrackMan screen there, the path on the previous shot was 0.2. This path was 0.1. The club face was 0.4 of a degree open. So a baby little cut. It's actually gone further than the other one because I was hitting it with more force, because my body wasn't slowing down to sling my arms and having to try and time the centered strike. Now that's another bit. When the body stalls, the centered contact is always going to be inconsistent. Depends on when I stall, if I go up, how fast and when and how my right arm extends. Depends on what this contact point is going to be up and down the face. Is it going to be at the bottom? It's going to be at the middle, it's going to be toe, heel. All of these are going to be compromised. You can see on the screen here with the TrackMan, we'll have a look at the numbers. We can see there, those numbers are lined up very nicely, and that's going to allow me to be a lot more consistent. This is something that I would really want everybody to try and work at, because if we can get the consistency going with the body and the arms and everything working in sync with one another, you take away that element of timing where the flip from the right hand tends to come in. I'm going to show you one little drill I think will really help you. Okay, and this is one just with the right hand alone. This will really enable you to learn how to control that club face with the pivot. So you take hold of it in just your right hand here, and then what you're going to do is, I like to have my left hand on top of the inside of my right elbow, and what I do is I make a little pivot action back, then make the movement through right here, and we can see on my right side has all come through as a unit. Right shoulder, right elbow, right hip, right knee, right ankle have all come through together as a unit, meaning that everything is coming through at the same pace as one another. This is a key, because what happens is the body stops, hands have to chase to try and reach the golf ball. This is what provides you with the inconsistencies. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Got lots more interesting and good videos on the way. You'll see below I've got my Twitter and Facebook pages. Please like or follow me on both of those. I am available for golf lessons here at Altrincham Driving Range, where I'm based, or if you'd like online golf lessons, please get in touch with me. We've got some new videos coming showing you how all of these work and the interaction that these provide, along with being able to sometimes do live FaceTime and Skype sessions with people. Please get in touch. Love to help you with your game, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon. Thanks a lot.